everyone, I'm Rebecca Gabrielle. Welcome to my channel Living with Spice. I'm going to be doing a general card reading for Aquarius, and this is for the week of the 19th through to the 25th of April. Now Aquarius, it is a general reading. It's not specific to you, but I'm sure there's going to be some message here from the divine that's going to assist you. So we're going to be looking at the events that are likely to unfold, where your energy is, where your focus is at the moment, and the best possible choices that are available to you right now. If you would like a private reading that is specific to your circumstances, you're very welcome to contact me. My details are in the description box below. Alright Aquarius, let's get into your reading to see what is coming up for you. Aquarius, thank you for joining us. We're going to be looking at the week for the 19th to the 25th of April. So I'm just going to ask Spirit to give us some guidance around the general theme of what is happening in your world at the moment, where your energy is focused. So we thank you, Spirit. I'm going to pull 4 cards here for the general theme of where you are at. Thank you, Spirit. This is for Aquarius. Oh, we've got quite an interesting mixture of cards here. So to start out, we've got the Goblin card, which is a little bit about some of that yucky energy that may be surrounding you at the moment. And what I mean by that is perhaps there is something that is affecting your pride at the moment. Perhaps you're experiencing some element of disappointment, perhaps, and that is being projected as hurt or rejection. It's that underlying, those underlying feelings of being unsettled, perhaps not feeling worthy, maybe a little bit of not feeling good enough, feeling sort of that sense of am I fitting in with the crowd, have I got the goods? It's what we call our wounded ego, and that's when we go into that fear energy. And sometimes it can be projected as sort of ugly energy, you know, when we're quite moody and feeling a little antagonistic, or maybe even just feeling a bit rejected by others around us. So something is niggling you, basically. So what's going on for you at the moment, Aquarius? It would seem that it's either your energy or some energy around you that could potentially lead you astray or get you distracted from your purpose and your path at the moment. So whether the energy is yours around fear or anger or resentment of some kind, or whether this is what you are noticing in the energy of others around you, either way, it's not a very nice energy, and it is going to put you off and lead you away from your inner light and distract you. And so we end up getting in that space of that mental, those mental thoughts that are about what we're not getting, feeling disappointed, not feeling good enough. Sometimes it can be around selfishness. Sometimes we can start to feel those addictive behaviours where we're feeling really needy or dependent upon either a person or a situation in order for us to feel happy. So we tell ourselves, well, we can't have this, that or whatever. If we can't have those things, those conditions in our life, then we can't possibly be happy. So that's kind of like a negative or addictive behaviour or thought patterns. And we can get quite obsessive about that depending on our level of fear or our level of anxiety around something. It can also show up as obsessively wanting something, or it could be an energy where we are just procrastinating, putting off seeing what needs to be seen or doing what needs to be done, putting off decisions in our life because we're afraid of something. We're afraid of missing out on something, or afraid that something is going to be taken away from us. So this is what we mean by the goblin energy. It comes from a place of fear. and it can show up in many different ways. So be very careful of this energy and check your motives when you are questioning something or delaying taking steps on something, delaying decision making. Ask yourself why. Check in with your emotions. They'll be able to tell you a little bit more about what's going on. Ask yourself, why are you feeling the way you are? What is it about how you feel that you need to take another look at? What are the thought processes? What is the meaning that you're giving this situation? Go a little deeper, Aquarius, than what is obvious on the surface, because we can get so good at tricking ourselves and coming up with beautiful justifications and arguments as to why we won't do something or why a situation is not going to meet our needs. As soon as we start to see things being labelled or framed in the negative, that's a really good indicator that perhaps we need to take another look at the meaning we're giving the situation. Check our motives around our justifications. Yeah. So when we talk about the ego, it's usually that part of us that's trying to protect us from feeling hurt or harmed in some way. So just good to know. And of course, if it is triggering a response in you, if a situation is triggering a response in you that is bringing up this negativity, then of course there's probably something there that's unresolved from a previous situation, and it still needs healing, Aquarius. So now is the time for self-evaluation. Just going within and taking a little bit of an inventory before you make a decision, before you take the next step. Yeah, because sometimes there are parts of ourselves that we need to heal, we need to address, we need to get very honest with before we take action. Because, if we try to do it while we're in this wounded state, we're likely to create a situation that's not going to be favourable to us. So for now, don't do anything. Rather, have a moment of self-reflection or self-evaluation to better understand where you're at, and send more love to yourself, more loving energy within. And just remember that the divine is connected to us at all times and in all situations. So find the love in the situation and the love for yourself, and then you're going to find that goblin energy, that negative, yucky energy, is going to dissipate and lose power and have less of a grip on you, so that your focus becomes clear and more loving and more fair. Okay, so that's an interesting start to the week. So something's obviously bothering you. Now we've got the partnership card that's turned up here. Now partnership can be in relation to personal relationship with someone, or it could be in regards to business situation. So you're probably going to know what that is for you at this moment, whether it's business or personal, could even be both. All right, so the guidance here from Spirit is that you're being put on notice to understand how we are connected in all things. Oh, I love that. And we just finished saying that in the previous card here, how the divine is connecting us. The divine spirit is connecting us to all things, to all living things and to each other. So perhaps at the moment you need to understand how you are connected to all things as well. So there is a coming together of ideas, the fulfillment of an attraction, possibly the marriage between two people, and the harmonious blending of energies. Wow. So if it's a business partnership that is within your energy at the moment, this is imminent. It means that conversations are going to be had, and it's about finding common ground. What is drawing the two of you together to create this partnership? Is it balanced? Is it harmonious? And if it is to do with a personal relationship, then this is perhaps going to a new level. Maybe it is the right time for you to examine the mix of this partnership. What is it that's going to be the key ingredients for a successful partnership? And of course, harmony and equality in any partnership, whether it's personal or business, is going to strengthen this partnership for the longer term. Yeah. So it is going to be, this card has revealed itself because it's an important time to observe the qualities of this relationship, whether it's existing or about to be cemented as a new relationship. So really take your time to look at this more carefully. Are your values being met? Is your criteria for the purpose of the partnership being met? Is it equal for both parties? What is it do you believe that's going to make this partnership successful for the future, for now and the future? So yeah, how interesting that this should appear in your reading. So this is in your energy at the moment. So do what you can to put aside some time to really examine this at the moment. There is an opportunity here for this partnership to actually grow to be something a lot more beneficial and powerful than perhaps you realize at the moment. And certainly the partnership is going to be a bonus as rather than just going through something on your own. So if you are attempting a business idea or a project, the power of what you can do and the potential of what you can achieve is far greater in a partnership than alone. Maybe you have been trying to complete a project or progress career or progress a business idea on your own, and we all know that that can take a lot more time, a lot more energy. We don't always necessarily have the resources to do that successfully. So Spirit's bringing this card up to bring this to your attention, that perhaps you should consider the qualities of a partnership, the opportunity for there to be a partnership, and if you are in one already, are you leveraging this in the best possible way? What else can you do to make sure that this partnership works well for you and the other person? Look at what makes up the qualities of that partnership. Yeah. Great, fantastic. And now we've got the Lady of the Lake card. This is all about having courage, speaking your truth, acting with integrity, having a great deal of self-respect. It's also about personal leadership. So perhaps this is a very good card and a reminder that you need to step into your leadership, into your personal leadership, into your integrity. Now, it goes beautifully well with, the Goblin card as a reminder, because sometimes we slip into that energy when we're doubting our own abilities, when we're in a place of fear and confusion. So if it's to do with a work situation, then Spirit's saying, look at the qualities of this partnership, and are you using it to the best possible advantage? And are you stepping up and being a leader of yourself? So what do you need to remember about yourself in terms of your values and your principles? What do you need to do in order to step up and have courage to take some action to progress your project, your idea, or this partnership? Excuse me. So let's take another look at a closer look at this card. So it is all about the manner with which you operate in the world, your personal integrity. So be very mindful in all dealings, and particularly in the partnership, of always acting with total truth and integrity. Look for signs and signals that present themselves to you, that demonstrate that this is a solid partnership and that you are also acting in the best possible way. So when you're stepping into your personal leadership, Aquarius, it's very important to have self-confidence. It's important to know yourself well and not to second guess. your values and who you are and what it is that you're trying to achieve. So this is an important reminder if you are feeling a little bit challenged at the moment, which potentially you may be in that situation. Sorry, I've got a tickle in my throat. So as things progress for you, and again if it's to do with this partnership, do so confidently and know that this is the right time to progress this partnership, to have the heart-to-heart discussions, to clarify what it is that you want from the partnership. And it's also a reminder of your responsibility in this partnership in terms of the success of it, how you want the outcome to unfold, looking at the consequences, looking realistically at the situation of what is needed and what you're trying to achieve. So have courage. If you're not feeling completely empowered at the moment, it's a good idea to recognize and understand the emotions and perhaps some fear-based thinking. It's very normal and very human to have moments of doubt. So Spirit is helping you to recognize that if this is happening, catch yourself, give yourself a little bit of time out to understand why you're having those triggers, and then step into your personal leadership and make this the focus in terms of how you are thinking and how you are conducting yourself. Okay, beautiful. We then have the risk card here. So again, I'm feeling like it's around well, again, it could be business or personal. For some reason, I'm getting that this is more to do with a business partnership or some kind of business venture. But, of course, it could be personal. So we're looking at the risks of entering this partnership and how you are going to approach it. So Spirit is saying the pathway is clear. So what I'm sensing is, rather than stay in the energy of fears and doubts, do your homework and have some trust and have some courage to move forward with this. If you follow the straight path and you've done your due diligence, you'll be able to see there's light at the end of the tunnel there. Now, we always have choice in the different directions we can go, and certainly people can give us their opinions, but always it's best to ensure that you've got a clear, straight path. In other words, you have laid out all of the steps that are needed to achieve your goal. There's clarity around how that's going to unfold. There's no obvious foreseen obstacles in your way. And so what you're doing in your mind is minimizing any possible risks so that the outcome is as successful as it possibly can. There's never any guarantees, but of course if you do your homework, that's certainly going to assist you. Now, I feel like this message might be really for just a select group of you out there at the moment. So sometimes, Aquarius, perhaps this is where the doubt is coming from at the moment, or a little bit of the fear and uncertainty, is that, you know, sometimes when we're in the preparation phase of a situation, whether you're stepping into a new business partnership or new personal relationship, you're not always going to know how it's going to turn out. So from that point of view, you're stepping into unknown territory or onto an unknown path. But Spirit is saying to you that at the moment you are required to be blind to some degree for part of this time. And yes, it's going to feel like you are risking a lot for this journey. But Spirit is saying that you need to trust, because there's going to be something better for you at the end of this pathway. So the situation is going to require you to have an element of faith. Because there are some things in life you just can't know ahead of time, or you cannot experience You don't necessarily get to have all the information through your five senses. So the situation's going to ask you to trust your intuition, your inner knowing, and to step forward with some courage and some confidence around the situation. So this is about trusting your sixth sense, your intuition, as to give you some insight to the situation. So trusting your gut instinct. Yeah. So at the moment, Aquarius, the guidance for you is to pray for a sign, and if it feels like that there's a clear pathway, then the answer is yes, and it's good. It's the green light for you to move forward. So you're going to have to trust in this situation, Aquarius. And I know that may sort of be a little concerning for you, but the cards are saying that you can move forward confidently. It is part of the process sometimes that we just don't have 100% guarantee on how things are going to go, but this is part of the journey for you, is to trust. And it all starts with knowing yourself well and reevaluating the triggers you may have. If you know that you're in a negative headspace about something and you're feeling triggered to maybe not behave in the best possible way, or perhaps have judgments or assumptions around a situation, take some time out, put the pause button on, go and reevaluate why you're feeling the way you are, and then come back to this facing your inner truth and coming from a place of integrity and courage and self-respect, and step up into your leadership. Take responsibility, do the right thing. Know that things are not always guaranteed, and you're going to have an element of trust and faith for the journey. But do your homework here and understand what are the best possible qualities for this partnership, project, or personal relationship, and then go forward and trust and know. And I feel like Spirit is saying to you, all will be well. So that was interesting. Took a little bit for me to get that out. But let's go forward and see what else is coming up for you. I'm going to pull some cards. So let's take a look at your present energy and where that's likely to lead you further down the path of this week. So coming up in your energy, Aquarius. Yes, I feel that you're still struggling with a little bit of that inner turmoil and conflict within you at the moment. Now, look, starting out, you are actually, believe it or not, you're moving in the right direction. We've got the Nine of Pentacles here, which lets us know that you're on the right path. And everything that you've done up until now has produced a lovely, strong foundation for you. You have the resources, the knowledge, what it is that you need for the journey, and truly you're just a step away from abundance here, of the green light, of everything working out in your favour. So just keep going. It's a matter of staying true, sticking to the path, being consistent and persistent with your efforts. Now, you can easily undo yourself at this stage, Aquarius, because I can see that you've got the wobbles here. So we've got the Five of Swords card. There's something here, either your fear is leading to distrusting someone, or you feel that you have reason to distrust someone. So turns out there's a winner and a loser in this situation, and not everything is entirely clear around communication. So it's possible there are some misunderstandings or miscommunication at the moment. So perhaps this is good for you to know that if you are feeling this yucky energy, I'm sorry for using such plain terminology, but if you know it's not feeling good and something's just amiss here, then this is a good indication to go back and reassess your motives, and then maybe even see what can be done to improve communication between you and your partner, business partner or personal, because something's not in flow here. Something is amiss, and it needs to be re-looked at, Aquarius. Now we have the Eight of Wands, so I feel that it's busy times. You are putting in a lot of effort to make something work. You're doing your best to put all of your irons in the fire, so to speak. And I feel that you are very busy, but it may be that your energy is misdirected at the moment, because I'm not seeing a flow here. I'm seeing things are busy and chaotic and unsettled and out of harmony. So we've got you putting in a lot of effort here, but is your effort going in the right direction? Is it hitting the target or not? And I'm suspecting that maybe it's not hitting the mark at the moment, which means you may need to re-evaluate your situation right now to see if you are understanding what's required, for instance, over a business deal or a project, or are you understanding your partner? Do you need to spend some time in clarifying where you're coming from and asking the other person and being a good listener at this point in time? Because, you know, the Five of Wands lets us know that things are not working out here. So again, do a pause. No need to take action. Maybe to step back for a moment, to reevaluate, to observe the situation from a different perspective, because right now it's feeling quite chaotic. Now, certainly coming from a heart space is going to serve you well. So it may be that you need to step out of your mind and out of your thoughts and let go of prejudgments, because it's got you in a state of inner conflict here. So the Queen of Cups energy is coming from a place of compassion, from a heart space. Perhaps what's needed here is to have a restart and to see things from the other person's perspective. So the Queen of Cups, she's very empathic and very understanding. So tap into your intuition, Aquarius. Now, what needs to be seen? What's another perspective here? Can you see perhaps a viewpoint, the other person's viewpoint? Step into their shoes, perhaps. Understand the situation from an emotional point of view. What is triggering you? What is triggering the other person? What are the needs that need to be met on both sides of the fence? Now, perhaps this is not, you know, a logical perspective. It may be more about the way things are being communicated, you know, the way things are being approached. So rather than it be a tick box approach, you know, perhaps it's more about, well, how do you best understand the other person? Now, the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like this is it's letting us know it's a work in progress. So we've got, I love in this card it depicting winter, and it's about gathering the resources for the future. So I feel like it's letting us know there's a reassessment, a reevaluation. Perhaps you need to start afresh in some aspects of this relationship or partnership, and looking at how far you've come and what needs to be reassessed. Perhaps some things in this scenario need to be let go and other things kept. So I feel like it's a reevaluation, different perspectives perhaps. So that's what I'm getting, Aquarius. All right, let's see how this is going to progress going forward. So what else does Aquarius need to know, Spirit, in this situation? Okay, thank you, Spirit. A little bit more guidance for Aquarius for the week. Yeah, so this is really about understanding how to work through a little bit of a challenging situation in order to get a win-win at the end of this situation. So definitely do not go full steam ahead without giving some extra thought and reevaluation time. Examine where you're coming from, and perhaps maybe your thoughts around the situation need to be adapted or adjusted. Thank you, Spirit. What else for Aquarius? That's interesting. So we've got the card Come to the Edge. I feel like this is letting us know you've got to take a leap of faith here. Perhaps you've been very fixated, Aquarius, on how things have to be. and maybe a little bit rigid in your thinking and your approach. Now, we did get the risk card here, which was calling you to have faith and to move forward even though you don't have all of the answers. This card is a very similar message. It's about coming to the edge and taking a leap of faith, knowing that the universe is going to catch you. The universe has got this. There are just some things about the situation you can't possibly know or see right now, but the message is to step forward and to trust and to have faith in this situation. So let's see, what else? Yeah, definitely about having courage and about overcoming your fears. So let go the need to be in control, Aquarius, and let go the need to have all of the answers right now. This is a test of your courage and your faith to not be so obsessive about the whole thing. And of course, that's the energy of the goblin or the devil or whatever you want to call it, the ego. It's about wanting to have control over the situation. And, you know, that's a fear-based energy. So it could be that it's just triggering you in an area where you're just a little bit concerned, frightened, feeling vulnerable. And when we triggered in that way, we want to have control. We want to know everything and have everything our own way. Well, Spirit is saying this is one of those occasions you've got to let go. It's an opportunity for you, Aquarius, to express how you truly feel. Now, you may not want to express that to others, but I'm kind of sensing it may be, with some discernment, a good idea, because communication is not working here. So be true to yourself, be honest with yourself, have a moment to get in tune with your own feelings and emotions, and then perhaps take the opportunity to share that with this other person so that the communication lines can be freed up and you can both come to a better understanding. This is about having the courage to step into the unknown and the unfamiliar, yeah. Now, if it's to do with a personal relationship, you know, sometimes we can get really nervous when we know that we've got to be a little bit more vulnerable or we're being asked to really approach the intimacy in our relationship to a deeper level, and for some of us that can be a little bit scary. There may be parts of us that we're hiding and protecting and just a little afraid we won't be accepted or approved of. So again, the message here is take the risk. Allow yourself to be open and to express yourself. Allow yourself to be truly seen. Take a deep breath, Aquarius. This is a time when you need to pour a little bit more love back into yourself. It's not about playing it safe and being overly cautious right now. It is about having the courage to step forward, saying how you truly feel. One step at a time, Aquarius. You don't need to step into something that makes you feel completely overwhelmed. Spirit is supporting you and guiding you right now. In terms of prosperity or the business situation here, it's the perfect moment to take a big risk, is what Spirit is saying. I'm really glad we had this card come up because that's confirmed the first part of the reading. Yeah, so again, it keeps saying to me about embracing your fears, stepping forward anyway, stepping into your self-empowerment. I would liken this to the High Priestess card of really trusting that inner guidance, trusting your intuition. Okay, so that's good. That's a very, very good guidance. So, Spirit, is there anything else that we can share with Aquarius at this time? I'm feeling like you're just needing some comfort and some affirmation that everything will be okay, and to encourage you to step forward and to be open. So this is what we want. Get excited about life and you'll feel so much freer. I know that you're right on the edge of something, and perhaps you're making some decisions right now. This is what's got you all nervous and in your head. But I love the picture depicted on that card. It really is of you mastering this lesson for yourself and really allowing yourself to feel free. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look. So this is about being prepared, being ready, and putting your best step forward, having confidence as you approach this situation, confidence in yourself. You're ready for anything right now is what Spirit is saying. Okay, so you have the skills, you know that you can do this. You've got past experience here, you're armed with wisdom and knowledge as well. So this really is a case of mastering your fear more than anything else. So when you're confident, happy in your own skin, it signals the universe and to yourself and to others that you're ready for a deeper and more intimate relationship with your special person. It also lets other people know that your energy is confident and they're drawn to you. It gives them confidence in you. You can handle anything right now. So focus on the love, the friendships, the harmony within relationships, okay? So we discussed that in the partnership card here, the qualities of what makes a successful partnership or relationship. And that's about you being able to love yourself and have confidence in you. And that encourages, a better connection with your other person or in these partnerships. You're ready to give and receive from the heart. So don't doubt yourself at this time, Aquarius. Yeah. So you've got what you need. You've got what it takes. It is time to take action. Step into the light and be of service to the world. So we're now seeing a progression here of starting out by having a lack of certainty and some fear, coming to a place of understanding yourself a little better after doing some self-evaluation and reflection, realizing that the current situation is not working. There needs to be some improvement here on your assumptions about the situation, your communication, and the reminder to come back to your heart space and to trust in you. And this is never really about the other person. This is about you and how you are stepping up, how you are learning more about yourself, what triggers you when you're in that space of fear, and how you can switch out of this, how you can turn it around and come to a place of self-love and confidence. And you can do this, Aquarius. I feel like this is your opportunity to use the current situation, have a little bit of faith and a little bit of courage, and to give this a crack, give this a go. All right, now this has probably taken me a little bit longer than I hoped to bring out the best message for you. So I'd like to finish it with a Namaste blessing card. So thank you, Spirit. What message, what lovely blessing do you have for Aquarius at this time? Here we go. Oh, this is nice. We've got a field of roses and lots of hearts here. And the blessing is, you are blessed regardless. Yeah, so regardless of perhaps any self-judgment here. Every experience, Aquarius, enriches us and those around us in some way. Regardless of what we achieve or don't achieve, do or don't do, all is a blessing in one form or another. Nothing is a mistake, for all serves a divine purpose. All is blessed. I hope that relieves some of your fears at the moment. So, you know what? Try to see this situation as not either right or wrong, black or white. Trust that whatever is unfolding at the moment is going to serve you anyway. It's going to be a beautiful realization and awareness, a teaching moment for both you and the partner, a business situation, whatever it is. There's going to be a lot that you learn here, and therefore there's the blessing in that. So don't judge yourself harshly. Learn from this experience, go with the flow here. Things are going to work out for you. Spirit is saying you're going to be okay here. It's just a matter of adjusting the way you're thinking and what you're believing at this point in time. So Aquarius, that is your reading for the week. Aquarius, I hope you've found some benefit with that reading for this week. Yeah, I can see things are troubling you at the moment, but all is not lost. It's just about having a reevaluation of the situation, checking in with yourself to see what you can do to improve the situation, have a better understanding around it and a better understanding of yourself. So if you have found this helpful in some way, Aquarius, let me know. Give the video a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, I invite you to subscribe and let people know about Living with Spice. The Divine is here to assist everyone. All right, Aquarius, have a beautiful week and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.